At the beginning of the film recap, we see a girl named Ever. Her friend came to school to pick her up. After sitting in her friend's car, she starts talking to her. From their conversation, we learn that they went on a trip. While they are talking, Eve's friend crashes a car with a cyclist during their conversation. Get out of the car sometimes so she can apologize to him. But when she saw him, it was her friend who named Randall. Randall was not injured, but in the meantime several students from their school also arrived. They threw a drink at Randall and treated him badly. And then, when they arrive at school, their teacher made everyone sit on the bus, and he takes everyone's phones, and when they're all sitting on the bus, their teacher told them about the trip. But no one listens to him carefully, and their bus leaves for the trip, and after a while, we see their teacher, who was also in charge on the trip. He slept soundly on the bus. When he wakes up, he sees that the bus is going in the wrong direction. He asks the driver why the bus is going in the wrong direction. The bus driver then makes a noise. He says the bus is on the right track, and the teacher starts arguing with him. Meanwhile, something hits the front mirror of the bus. The whole mirror was covered in blood and nothing could be seen. Then the bus driver cannot drive the bus. After breaking the bridge, the bus starts to fall into the junkyard. Everyone screamed in terror, but the bus was descending at a tremendous speed. Meanwhile, the bus driver applies a brake and everyone falls. Many of them get hurt. When the bus stopped, there was smoke around all four sides of it. Meanwhile, a radio could be heard on the bus saying that there was a chemical attack outside, and everyone must come to the station after taking their electrical devices. Everyone panics and the teacher tells the driver to turn off the radio, and he looked pretty scary. Ever and her boyfriend were pretty scared and she doesn't want to bring the man inside. But their teacher thinks this man needs help and asks the man to enter. As the teacher opens the door, he asks the man what happened. What do you need? Randall and his friend sat in the front seat and were quite scared. Meanwhile, when a man walks in, he attacks the teacher. All the students run behind the bus in fear. The man wanted to attack all the students sitting on the bus, but several of them escaped from the back of the bus. Then the same man pulls the man onto the bus. All the students who managed to escape fled into the jungle. No one understood where they were stuck and why this was happening to them. And no one knows who the man was, human or zombie. A student says that the news we heard on the radio, there was a virus attack outside. Maybe it was true and the man fell victim to the virus. Randall points to a building and tells them they can hide there. Meanwhile, the boy sees the dead body of the horse. He also begins to believe the rumors about zombies. On the other hand, he says the man might be crazy. Everyone starts to see the building. When they inspect the building, they discover that it might have been a studio before, but now it is abandoned. They cover all the windows of this building with the waste materials of the house. They start finding weapons and start looking for things in two groups. Randall's friend tells Ever that he likes her. They found the weapons and were regrouped. Meanwhile, he hears a sound from outside. It was from their friend, but she wasn't alone. Along with her was the madman who was strange, and he also attacked their teacher. She once wanted to help her friend, but the others stopped her. When no one comes out for a long time, a madman attacks their friend and kill her. Everyone there was afraid, and they watched everything secretly. They believe their friend is dead. Suddenly, their driver drives in after breaking the window. Blood was coming from his mouth and he looked quite strange. When I saw the driver's status, it seemed as if he had become a real zombie. Everyone was running because they were afraid of him. When they run away, they hide in some place. They are later joined by one of their friends who joins them on the run. He comes and tells them that a dangerous virus has spread outside. Everyone is infected. He gets here after running away from zombies. Zombies came here while running away from him. They all attack the zombies together and begin to walk the narrow way. This time they killed all the zombies. Passing through the narrow path, they reach the room. When they come into the room, one of their friends sees. Their friend also becomes a zombie, but they go after they leave him. After arriving there, the boy cried a lot and was ashamed that he didn't accompany his best friend and left him there alone. He felt quite strange. Everyone asks him if he's okay, and then he shows a zombie stab mark on his body. He says he was fine, but he really wasn't. Everything felt strange. Then the bus driver, who is still on a rampage, will arrive there, attacking them again. This time Randall takes a stick and beats him a lot. She keeps beating him until he dies. The boy who was bitten by zombies wanted to burn all these zombies. That's why he went up. One of his friends came to help him, but she doesn't feel well and sends him back. Meanwhile, the same bus driver will arrive there, and after taking the boy, he jumps. He should have died as he jumped down, but he didn't die and straightened his body in a strange way. Everyone looked at him but were shocked. He didn't die in the fall. Now everyone believes in zombies and that the virus story was real. When Randall saw all this, he told everyone to close the doors and windows. After taking the paint cans and lighting them on fire, Ever throws them away. The car that was parked below caught fire. As the car catches fire, there will be an explosion. All zombie villains are starting to pay attention. When the zombies left outside, Ever tells her friends that she wanted to go outside to get her phone from the bus. She actually wanted to talk to her family sometimes, but will her boyfriend stop her by saying, "You're crazy. Don't do it, you will have a big problem." But she doesn't listen to anyone. Even Randall's friend stops her, who likes her but she doesn't agree. He has to go, and after picking up Randall's friend, he gets on the bus. He finds the bag in which the teacher had all the phones, but when she checked the phones, they were switched off. This plan Ever failed. Poor Ever was not feeling well. She thinks she made a huge mistake coming here. Randall's friend tells her, "I like this thing about you, that you did so much to save everyone's life." They hear the same news on the radio that they heard in the morning. When she got closer, there was a tape on the radio. It means that the news they heard in the morning was not true. This means that everything has been recorded. He understands that someone tried to trap them. Meanwhile, Randall's friend injects Eve from behind and says, "Sorry, forgive me." Randall also comes from behind. We know that Randall and his friend did it together because everyone at school made fun of them and treated them badly. They wanted revenge on their friends. They planned it all before the trip. They were involved with a drug dealer, and he was none other than but the one who attacked the teacher in the beginning. And not only that, the bus driver also got involved with them. That's why he went the wrong way. The drug dealer informed them about the zombie juice. People become strange after ingestion. When I see them, they seem to have become zombies. A drug dealer injected everyone after mixing in zombie juice. When I see them, they seem to have become zombies. Randall and the drug dealer wanted to kill everyone. Randall's friend doesn't want it and says, "We can't." Randall came after telling his friends that everyone has become a zombie, and if they try to hurt you, kill them. But sometimes he heard their conversation because she had regained her senses and was not completely unconscious. When Randall and his friend get off the bus, Ever also gets off the bus while crawling. But a drug dealer sees her. When he tries to stop her, she beats him a lot this time and kills him, and Randall goes into the building and tells them that half of our friends have become zombies. So take your weapons, and if they come in front of you, kill them. Later we see that Ever has also come into the building and starts hitting Randall's friend. When the rest of the friends attack, he tells them to stop and tells them everything. As Randall's friend injected Ever, so she shows them her mark and all her friends find out. Randall comes from behind and tells them to kill Ever. She is a zombie, but they are not, and they attack him too. He later sees a painting of Randall celebrating his victory. Ever's friend stood with him, and she understands that it's all Randall's plan, and they have a terrible fight here. He used to inject that drug into Randall. He falls out and falls. Later, after chaining the drug dealer's dead body to a tree, they beat him badly. They vented their anger on his dead body. If he hadn't given this drug to Randall and his friend, they would all be normal and make such a big deal out of revenge. The full effect of the drug wore off after 5 hours. Everyone moves to their bus again. They got along well and became friends. Their teacher was also alive, and he had restored his senses. At the end of the movie, we see Randall and his friend, who were sitting in front of the teacher who was examining them. All this happened because of them. All the students are stuck in this terrible problem. From this movie, we learn a story that we should not tease anyone for no reason, or you shouldn't make fun of anyone. It is possible that this person can be your dangerous enemy. This poses a risk to your life. They should be equal to their friends and care for everyone. Otherwise, your one joke can be a threat to everyone. This joke can create hatred in anyone's heart towards you, like Randall and his friend for their friends. Don't do anything wrong to anyone, don't mock anyone. Along with this message, the movie recap ends.